Good morning, Soul Tribe. Good morning to you guys. I'm feeling tea leaf to start off this morning. Start the week off with a nice, good old tea leaf reading, okay? Let's just see what is in the energy. Take what fits, leave what doesn't. I hope you guys are going to have a wonderful Monday, wonderful start of the week. All right, Spirit, the energy of the tea leaf. Ooh, look at that. The star, baby. I'm hearing shine bright like a diamond. Guaranteed success. All right, collective. I feel like before I even turn this other card over, I want to say I feel like when you invest, you invest, right? You fully invest in whatever it is that you do in your life. You don't do anything half-ass, is what Spirit's saying. And it's paying off, okay? It's paying off for you. But, okay, I'm glad I said that before I flipped the other card over. Because you were, I'm hearing an overachiever, right? And don't be offended, please, because it's not a bad thing, right? Like when you go after something, like, man, you dot your I's, you cross your T's, you leave no stone unturned. Like, you are very meticulous with your goals, and that's beautiful, right? But you are the star. But Spirit wants to let you know that when someone comes in with valid criticism, they've been testing you on that, right? It's like because you're so meticulous, because you give everything your all. When someone criticizes you, it might rock your boat a little bit, or maybe kind of send you in a tailspin of criticizing yourself even, right? Or you might take a hit to your confidence, okay? If someone, the smallest offhand comment could send you into a tailspin, okay? And that's what, if you're resonating with what I'm talking about here, Spirit's saying, like, if they're testing you in a way, not testing, but these situations are happening as you're in your star energy to strengthen you, right? Eventually you're going to let those type of comments roll off your shoulder, right? And you will know how to just accept the valid criticism that comes from a place of love, right? Valid criticism that comes from a mentor, or valid criticism that is not going to tear you down as soon as you're worried about. Anyways, it says you should accept valid criticism, okay? You're doing amazing. You're already in star energy at whatever it is that you do. You're very good at your job. If this is about your job or something that you're passionate about, you're a savant, is what I'm hearing, okay? And you give it 110%. I feel like the only thing that can come in and kind of rock your boat a little bit is the criticism, or worrying about the criticism of others. There will be criticism that is invalid coming from jealous people, yes, but you got to know how to discern, right? The jealous criticism versus criticism that's coming from a valid source. Criticism that is there to help you grow, or, that comes from a person who really has good intentions for you, right? Maybe growing up you could have had an overbearing parent, right? I feel like as a child you really had to be an overachiever in order to maybe impress your parent. Maybe they put a lot of expectations on you, and so that could be just a wounding that you are currently working through and healing, okay? So if that energy resonates for you, then I guess Spirit was just setting it up for the rest of this reading's going to resonate with you too, okay? Or maybe this next part is the message for you. They want you to pay attention to, yeah. Because you got valid criticism. You do got valid criticism, but remember I picked up on that other type of criticism, and it's definitely there too. So Spirit's saying they want you to have discernment between the sharks and the people who actually care here. Take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. So you got a shark swimming in your waters trying to pass their criticism off as valid criticism too, right? I feel like you definitely have a mentor or just a friend or someone in your corner who gives you criticism, but it's valid. It's to help you grow. It's not there to cut you down or send you back into the past self, your childhood self, right? Trying to overachieve to impress. That's not the valid criticism. But whoever this shark is, they come in with these backhanded compliments, okay? This person who is the shark could already be tied to your material wealth in some way. Maybe this is a spouse or a family member who comes in with this, it feels like a compliment, but it's not type energy. Okay, I think they want you to have clear discernment about, what does valid criticism feel like or do to your heart and mind versus what does this, shark energy when it comes in to criticize, like what does that feel like, right? Does this shark, I feel like this shark energy takes you back to your childhood and it triggers you, and so maybe this is wherever you're at with this. Spirit's like trying to teach you discernment between the two energies, right? They've got two different criticism energies around you at this time. One's valid and one's invalid. And they're teaching you the difference between those two people, how these two energies approach you, how these two energies, what after their comments towards you, like how does it make you feel, right? If you're receiving valid criticism, yeah, you might feel a little triggered by it, but it's good information and you know how to take that information and grow and incorporate it, right? Incorporate that. This other energy, this is going to trigger you too, but it's going to almost make you feel like you're your childhood self, right? It's going to make you feel like you're not doing enough. This shark, right? It's going to make you feel like you're falling short when you're not. Because look, baby, you came out strong with the star energy. This is the very first card that Spirit wanted to present in your energy, which is saying, look at you shine. We see you. Look how beautiful and bright you are. You got, don't for a second, regardless of where the criticism's coming from, don't for a second think that we don't see you for who you are, because we got you. Right? That's what your ancestors, your guides, your angels are saying. But whatever's going on with these criticizing energies, you definitely got, two energies. It's to show you. It's to show you so you can have discernment. Because wherever you're going next into the future, I feel like you're going to have a lot of sharks around you, and you're also going to have a lot of mentors around you. So Spirit's just training you up, and they want you to be able to recognize the difference in the two energies when you're facing criticism, okay? Yeah, so situations in the balance that require careful handling. So yeah, grasshopper, this is a man. So there's a man who's coming off pretty strong criticizing you, okay? I feel like he's the shark trying to get your material wealth here. And your job is to find he's going to reap some karma. But it's like this, it's a needle in the haystack. You see this haystack? There's the truth is hidden as a little needle somewhere in this haystack. And what you've been going through was basically Spirit's had you digging through this haystack looking for the needle. Okay, who's the needle? This dark man is the needle. This man who wants to be tied to your wealth. Or maybe he already is, but he criticizes. He's criticizing you, and he's stubborn, and you've been trying to, maybe you've just been trying to ignore him, or, you're trying to tell yourself what he says doesn't really matter, but it does. Like it's like he knows how to dig into you. And I feel like Spirit's saying, you're going to have victory over this man. He's going to be reaping karma. You're getting victory over this whole situation. But there's something, I feel like the recognition, the awareness as to why you're dealing with this. Maybe it's the, to show you the discernment. Maybe that's what is in the haystack, right? Spirit saying this is for it's not for nothing. Like we got this in your energy to show you the difference between valid criticism and someone who's just trying